The streets were teeming with man-eating monsters, yet the people passing by couldn't see them. Those being devoured, even if they screamed, wouldn't receive any help. It turned out that in this world, people's entire lives depended on a robot called Dian Dian. It kept everyone living in a virtual bubble world. Every morning, Lisa chatted with her friends and then watched dance videos of her idol. Just as she was getting absorbed in watching, Dr. Bohr's face suddenly appeared on the screen. He told Lisa that her world had been invaded by monsters. However, Lisa closed Dr. Bohr's interface and continued happily dancing along with her idol. But at that moment, a monster quietly entered her home, and the streets were also filled with the silhouettes of monsters. Lisa, still oblivious, headed to work. Suddenly, an unfamiliar woman appeared on the interface, telling Lisa that if she temporarily turned off the bubble, she would be able to see the monsters around her. Lisa decided to trust her for the time being and commanded Dian Dian to shut down the bubble. In an instant, she discovered that all her colleagues had disappeared and a monster had appeared beside her. She seemed to understand where her co-workers had gone. Faced with the terrifying monster, Lisa frantically reopened the bubble, wanting to escape reality with her idol's videos. At this point, Dr. Bohr reappeared, telling her that as long as she closed the bubble, she could avoid the monsters by using her own eyes. In fear, Lisa agreed to Dr. Bohr's suggestion. As the bubble was turned off, she began to take steps into the unknown, but she accidentally bumped into a table leg. She looked at the monster and found that it hadn't noticed her, so she turned the bubble back on, letting it guide her to safety. However, when the elevator doors opened, there was actually a monster waiting for her. Lisa was frozen in place with fright, but the monster suddenly turned around and walked away. Dr. Bohr urged her to leave immediately, and Lisa finally made it to the first floor, but she still relied on the bubble's navigation. At this point, Dr. Bohr persuaded her to turn off the bubble and see the outside world with her own eyes. As soon as Lisa closed the bubble, the monsters on the street were exposed. Even strangers, some people seemed to be unscathed in front of the monsters, while people in rooms were being devoured. Lisa's fear reached its peak, and she reopened the bubble, successfully hiding in a corner. Just then, Dr. Bohr appeared again, telling Lisa that he had found an escape route. They just needed to reach it, and they would be safe from the monsters. But just as Dr. Bohr was about to reveal the location of the passage, the bubble shut down due to low battery. Left with no choice, Lisa had to search for the exit alone. After years of relying on the bubble's guidance, Lisa still bumped into a street lamp. She barely made it past a railing, only to encounter 4 monsters at the street corner.